Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. You've asked me about the browse bed under a oilskin tarp. That's what I'm going to show you today. Hang tight. Alright guys, welcome back. As I said, we're talking about the browse bed with wool blankets and under a oilskin tarp. Just to give you a rundown on the gear that you're going to see, this is the TentSmith 8x8 oilskin tarp. The browse bed is from Jon Pack, and it's a fantastic piece of kit. The two blankets I have, one is a foreign military wool blanket, and the other is a Faribault Mill's Merino Wool. And these are the two blankets that I've used this year in colder weather. And I have found that this system that I'm sleeping on right now could take me down to about 30 degrees. About 38 to be comfortable. You get down to 30 and now you're not as comfortable. But I wanted to show you this, when you're talking about, let me get out of the way. I'm just going to flip this up real quick. When you're talking about a browse bed, you want to make sure that you have enough insulation between you and the cold ground to keep conduction from sucking all your body heat out. And when you start out, it's going to take you probably about 6 to 8 inches of leaves or browse inside of a bag like this, because when you go to lay on it, you're going to lose 4 inches or so. And you always want about 4 inches of insulation between you and the ground, especially if the ground is frozen. And it will keep you warm. There's no doubt about that at all. All right, so that's the first thing that I would tell you. Second thing is that, always have a secondary blanket, which is just simply this, what you're seeing right here. This is a foreign military blanket. I think this is either Czechoslovakian or Yugoslavian. I can't remember which, but it's a decent blanket. It's a little bit bigger than a twin, and it's a loose loomed, machine loomed blanket that has served me very well. And then, as I said earlier, the top blanket that I'm using is a Merino Wool from Faribault Mills. Probably one of the finest, if not the finest, blanket that I have ever used. And I'm going to show you how to wrap up in these in order to ensure that you're not going to get cold in the middle of a frozen night. Okay, so what you want to do is when you set this up to be able to sleep in a wool blanket, and it doesn't matter what kind it is, but first of all, as I said, this is a little bit bigger than a twin. This would be my base blanket. But the blanket I'm wrapping up with is a queen size. That's really the smallest that you want to go with because of what you want to do in order to be able to stay warm. And then you lay it out in the diagonal with the long ends opposite of each other, just like flying a tarp in a plow point. So let me just kind of show you this real quick here. And in cold months, you probably should keep your clothes on, but the first thing you do is you cover up your feet like so, right? Then you're going to wrap up this side, then you're going to wrap up this side like so. Then you're going to pull the blanket up over your head to keep your head from getting cold, like so. And you're in for the night. I could sleep in here right now. I won't. I got work to do. Now there's several ways that you can fly this tarp to make it more comfortable. But as far as in the wintertime, you put you out a firewall about 3 feet away from this, facing you, and this is going to catch heat, it's going to keep heat, and you're going to stay very, very warm. Appreciate you watching, and look forward to hearing your comments. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.